All right, so welcome back to the Michael J. O'Brien Court. Welcome to the Michael J. O'Brien Court. For those who are just joining us, we're ready to get going with our junior varsity game between the Pascack Hills Broncos and the Ramsey Rams. It is Avery Maloney in the middle for Pascack Hills. She gets the tip-off with Grace Lynch, but we are underway and Ramsey gets the first possession. Haley Veenstra with it now. Now Maloney, she gets the interception there, gives it to Talene Steffens. Steffens with it now, gives it to Ciara Camarena, and she gets called for a travel here. Haley Veenstra will take it in, gives it, comes back to Veenstra. Five's got it, now it's one. Into Lynch, and Lynch gets the first points of the game, a layup. And Steffens gives it into Madison Espinoza, back to Steffens now. Now Espinoza into Steffens, and out to Astrid Velazzo. Played a little bit in the varsity game earlier today, she misses a layup. And it goes back to Ramsey. Haley Veenstra takes it up, gives it to Five. Five into one out to Veenstra. Back into Grace Lynch, number 21, and she gets the second score of the day for Ramsey. Espinoza into Steffens. Takes it up the court. Now Camarena now. Gives it to Velazzo. Velazzo to Avery Maloney, and Steffens now with it once again. Camarena trying to drive in, slips, takes the fall, and it goes back to Ramsey. Veenstra with it, trying to pass, now drives up the court. Gives it out to Five. Five gives it in to Grace Lynch. Lynch out to one. One has her pass intercepted by Avery Maloney, and Maloney gives it to Steffens. Steffens to Velazzo. Velazzo into Espinoza, and she gets the first points of the day for Pascack Hills. 4-2 the score line as Ramsey takes it up. Five over to one. One for a long two. No good off the front of the rim. It goes out on Ramsey, and it'll be a Pascack Hills inbound here. In comes McKenna Farrell for Talene Steffens now. 5 minutes 43 on the clock in the first quarter. Farrell now bringing it up. Velazzo. Espinoza. Now Farrell. Maloney gives it to Camarena. Camarena, pass intercepted by Haley Veenstra of Ramsey. And gives it to Five. Five over to one. No good on the long two. Rebounded by Velazzo for Pascack Hills. Has her pass tipped and out of bounds. It will be Pascack Hills ball. Farrell on the inbound, gives it to Camarena. Back to Farrell now. That is Maloney. Gives it into Farrell, now back to Camarena. Gives it over to Espinoza. Now back to Maloney. And Farrell missed the three ball there. Rebounded by Ramsey. Trouble sticking with it, but do eventually get it. Five taking it up after the pass from Haley Veenstra. Five into Grace Lynch. Lynch to number one, back to Veenstra. Now Kayla O'Rourke, and they lose it. Who's going to get it? Nobody. It'll be a jump ball, and it will go to Ramsey. Sorry, it will go to Pascack Hills. Inbound for Farrell to Camarena. Back to Farrell now. Farrell looking to drive up, gives it to Velazzo. Velazzo under the basket, back to Camarena. Camarena to Farrell. Fowler for three, no good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Haley Veenstra of Ramsey. And Veenstra, pass tipped by Camarena, in there to try and get it, cannot. Ramsey sticks with it. 1 now to 5. Now Kayla O'Rourke for a long 2, no good. Rebounded by Pascack Hills. McKenna Farrell with it, bringing it up. Camarena. Farrell. Now Velazzo. In the corner, a long 2. It's good nonetheless. We're all tied up. Veenstra now takes it up, gives it to O'Rourke. O'Rourke back to Veenstra. Pass tipped, but it goes to 5 anyway. 5 back to Veenstra. Now O'Rourke. O'Rourke's got it in double coverage. Jump ball. Madison Espinoza getting in there. And in comes Hannah Foley for Madison Espinoza. And in comes number 11 on Ramsey in for Grace Lynch. 5 into 11. 11 out to O'Rourke. O'Rourke mid-range jumper, no good. Still with Ramsey now. 5 out to O'Rourke. O'Rourke into 1. 1 with the long range 2. No good. Rebounded by Foley. Foley gives it to Farrell. Farrell drives up the court, loses it, and is called for a charge here. Or no, sorry, it's a defensive foul on number 1 for Ramsey. Inbound to Camarena. Now Foley, top of the key, trying to drive in. Gives it out to Farrell. Farrell to Avery Maloney. Camarena. Now Foley driving in. And Velazzo missing. The 3 ball or the long 2. Farrell, now Foley, top of the key. Hill sticks with it now. 2:30 to go. Farrell, long 3, no good. And a scrum for the ball here. It is going to be called a jump ball, and it looks like it'll go to Pascack Hills. And yes, it will. Farrell will have the inbound. She'll have her choice of her 4 teammates who to go to try and take the lead. Gives it to Velazzo. Velazzo into Maloney. Out to Camarena. Just barely gets it. Now Foley has it stolen by O'Rourke. O'Rourke to Veenstra. Now O'Rourke into 11. 11 to 5. 5 for 3. No good. Foley gives it to Farrell. Farrell up to Velazzo. She's going to put up a layup. No good there. We're still even at 4 minute 50 and counting to go. 5 takes it and loses it. Goes back to 1. Now 11 into 5 and blocked on the shot. It's going to go out on Pascack Hills. Here comes Ramsey inbound. It'll be number 1 taking it. One and out once again off the hand of Avery Maloney. One with it now for Ramsey, looking at inbound, gives it to Kayla O'Rourke. Now out to Haley Veenstra, sticks with it even in double coverage, has the pass stolen by Hannah Foley. Can't put it up, it goes out on Ramsey. Inbound coming for Pascack Hills, and Farrell will take it. Farrell gives it to Camarena. Now back to Farrell in the corner. Gives it to Velazzo up top. Now to Foley. Looking to shoot. No. Gives it to Foley. Now Camarena in the corner. Over to Velazzo. Loses it. Gives it back to Foley. Foley trying to drive in. Out corner. Farrell. Wide open 3. No good. And Ramsey gets the rebound. 5 takes it up. Gives it to O'Rourke. Quick layup. No good. Rebounded by Velazzo. Farrell takes it up for Pascack Hills. Under a minute to go in this one. It's stolen, and Veenstra gives it up to 5 for Ramsey. Layup is blocked. And all clean there, say the referees. Foley loses it. Gives it to Veenstra. Veenstra trying to do A football pass there. It goes out to Pascack Hills. Farrell will inbound to Sierra Camarena. Camarena with under 30 to go. Calls out a 5, gives it to Foley. Foley into Farrell, now Camarena. Back out to Foley. Gives it to Camarena in the corner. Looks to shoot, no, gives it to Farrell. Farrell over to Foley. Foley, 10 to shoot as you can hear. Scrum for the ball once again. Camarena has it go out. 5.9 on the clock. It's an inbound for Hills. Farrell with it now. Looking inbound. Gives it to Velazzo. 5 to shoot. Camarena trying to put it up. Puts it up. No good. Back up. And Maloney with a buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter to give the Broncos the lead 6-4. Ready to get back to action here in the second quarter of play. It is Haley Veenstra taking it up, gives it into Jashani Shellman. She puts up a layup, gets a foul. Goes on number 3, Brielle Siegenthaler. 2 shots for Jashani Shellman here. Makes the first score 6-5 now. Hills still leads, but a chance to tie it up. Misses the second free throw, and it is rebounded by Pascack Hills. Diaz gives it into Espinoza. Espinoza over to Diaz on the out. Now Camarena back to Steffens on the outside. Now Espinoza. And tipped, intercepted by Ramsey. Here comes Shellman up the court. Gives it into O'Rourke, and O'Rourke scrum for the ball. It is going to Pascack Hills. Camarena's got it, keeps it with her. Now gives it out to Espinoza. Over to Siegenthaler, top of the key, into Camarena. Layup is blocked. And Veenstra now. 1 point lead for Pascack Hills. Teardrop pass intercepted, goes to Siegenthaler. And Siegenthaler's going to get a foul here. It's going to be on number 11 for Ramsey. Siegenthaler 2 shots from the line here. Misses the first. Still a 1 point lead for Pascack Hills. Siegenthaler makes the second. We're back up to a 2 point lead. Shellman now over to Pensani. O'Rourke puts it up, no good for Ramsey. Rebounded by Espinoza, but she does step out. Here comes a pivotal inbound for Ramsey. It'll be Veenstra who will decide who takes it in. He gives it to Pensari. Pensari over to 11. Veenstra now. O'Rourke back to Veenstra. 11 back to O'Rourke. Puts it up. No good. Pulled down by Pensari. And in comes Shellman. Misses the layup, and it's rebounded by Steffen. She'll bring it up the court for Pascack Hills. 6 minutes left. Pass is tipped and intercepted by number 11 for Ramsey. She's going to bring it up the court. Gives it in to Shellman. Misses the underhand layup there. And Siegenthaler takes it up the court for the Broncos. Over to Steffens now. Steffens into Camarena. Camarena trying to get a move. 13 on 13. Espinoza back into Camarena. Now out to Diaz. Diaz to Siegenthaler. No good. And out of bounds it will be on Ramsey here. Espinoza will have the ball on the inbounds. Gives it into Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler puts it up. Can't make that one. Jump ball here. And I believe it will go to Ramsey. No, it goes to Pascack Hills, and once again Espinoza will have the inbound. Once again to Siegenthaler, exactly the same play. This time it's blocked, doesn't go to a jump ball. Here comes Veenstra up the court. Pensari misses the layup, now gives it to Shellman. And no good from Veenstra on that one. Still with Ramsey, and 11 will get a couple shots from the line here. It'll be a foul on Christine Diaz. Here's 2 shots to tie it up now if she makes both. No good on the first. Hills will maintain at least a 1-point lead. In comes Kayla O'Rourke for Grace Lynch. And 11 makes the second free throw. 7-6 now the score. 5 comes in for 11 for Ramsey. Steffens gives it up to Camarena. Camarena bringing it up the court. Gives it out to Espinoza. Espinoza to Diaz. Now Steffens up top, back to Camarena. She's going to bring it up top.
Keep moving, don't dribble for so long.
Gives it to Steffens. Now Espinoza into Steffens, looking for a shot. Gives it back out to Espinoza in the corner. Now back to Steffens in the corner, driving in. Now gives it to Diaz. Diaz, mid-range 2, and in and out and in. Another score for Pascack Hills, puts them up by 3. 5 takes it up, gives it to Pensari. In to Veenstra, no good. And it's rebounded by Hills. Steffen. And it's going to be a foul on Jashani Shellman of Ramsey. In comes Farrell, Foley, and Velazzo. As Espinoza brings it back up off the inbound from Steffens. Velazzo looking for it. It slips, falls. It's a foul on Ramsey 5. Steffens with the inbound to Foley. Foley loses it. And Pensari kept it in. Ramsey's going to take it up. Veenstra now with it. Pensari now taking it in and out of bounds. No, it will be a foul on Hannah Foley here. 5 gives it into Veenstra. Veenstra to O'Rourke, now all the way around, gets back to O'Rourke. Back to Veenstra now outside, trying to go in, tipped and intercepted. Foley's got it, gives it to Steffens. Steffens over to Velazzo. Velazzo with the long range 2, and that's going to be 11-6 Pascack Hills, and it looks like a timeout here as both Siegenthaler and Christine Diaz come in. Full timeout for ready to get back to action now. Just 2 minutes, 50 seconds remain before halftime here. Scoreline 11-6 Pascack Hills. Five's going to inbound here for Ramsey. Gives it to Joshani Shellman. Gives it to 5. Now in the corner is Pensari. 5 over to 1. Back to Shellman now. In to number 11. 11 back out to 1. Back into 11. Stolen by Siegenthaler. Loses it. Goes back to Ramsey, number 1. 5 once again into 11. Out to number 0, Jules Pensari. Back to Pensari for 3. No good. It's rebounded by Ramsey in there, but Siegenthaler contests and gets a foul instead of the intended jump ball call. So it'll be 5 on the inbounds. Into Shellman, now 11, back to Shellman. Ooh, tipped out. Whoa, that was close. And the Hills bench getting a few messages from our head referee here as an inbound for Ramsey goes to 11. She puts up a 3, in and out, no good. And Siegenthaler in heavy coverage. No, sorry, that was Maloney. Gives it to Foley. Almost loses it, keeps it with her though. Gives it to Diaz. Diaz puts it into Siegenthaler. Layup is good. Shellman now takes it. And a call on Hannah Foley here. So this will be an inbound for Ramsey here. 5 fouls on the Broncos, 4 on the Rams here as a missed 3 ball in the corner. Velazzo loses it, goes out of bounds. It will be a Bronco inbound here. Siegenthaler will take it. Minute 21 on the clock before halftime. Siegenthaler all the way out to Maloney. Now Velazzo over to Diaz. In and out, no good. And a call on Siegenthaler. Not happy about that one. Minute 12 on the clock here. Shellman now over to 1. 1 to 11. Gives it back to Shellman. Cross court to Pensari. 5 to Shellman for 3. No good. Rebounded by Diaz. Diaz over to Foley. Foley back to Diaz now, and she'll take it up. Ooh, Diaz has her pass intercepted by Shellman. She puts up the layup unimpeded. It is good. 30 seconds to play in the first half here. Brielle Siegenthaler takes it up. Spin move, puts it up, no good. It's rebounded by Ramsey, number 1. She's going to take it up the court, almost loses it, does, but gets it back. Shellman with it now. 15 to shoot. Gives it to 5. 5 for 3, drills it. 13 to 11 now. 2-point game, 5 seconds to shoot. Siegenthaler, can she shoot in time? Has one fall. Big 3, no good, and that'll end the first half here. Scoreline 13 to 11. The Broncos lead the Rams. We'll be right back after this. ready to get back to some action here. 8-minute quarters coming up here as Pascack Hills leads Ramsey 13-11 in this junior varsity basketball game. Kayla O'Rourke will take it on the inbound from number 5 from Ramsey. Ailey Veenstra now into O'Rourke, puts it up, gets a foul. It's a travel, never mind. And O'Rourke gets called for a travel here. Hills ball, Camarena takes it in off the inbound from McKenna Farrell. Camarena with it now. Gives it out to Espinoza. Espinoza looks for a pass, gives it to Farrell. Farrell over to Steffens. Steffens back out to Camarena. Camarena over to Farrell. Farrell back to Steffens now, keeping it on the perimeter. Now back to Espinoza, tries to bring it in. Almost has the pass intercepted, but it gets back to her. Camarena looking. Gives it to Steffens. Steffens with it. Now Camarena trying to drive in. Pulls in, almost has it stolen. Loses it, goes back to Farrell. Farrell for 2, no good. And it is going to be a Ramsey inbound here. 5 will inbound it. It looks like she'll give it to Haley Veenstra. No, she'll give it to Kayla O'Rourke. And now Veenstra will get it. O'Rourke now back inside to 5. Inside now to 11. O'Rourke inside. This is going to be a foul call. This will be 2 from the line for Kayla O'Rourke. And the foul on Madison Espinoza. First foul shot is in, down to a 1-point lead for the Broncos. And gets the second, all tied up here at 13. Camarena gets the inbound off of Farrell. She'll bring it up. Keeps it with her and then gives it to Avery Maloney. Now Farrell's got it, gives it to Steffens, almost loses it, gets it back with her. Over to Maloney. Maloney into Farrell. Farrell now to Steffens. Steffens misses the jumper. And they call it clean. Espinoza to Camarena. Camarena for 3, no good. But Maloney gets the rebound and gets the layup. Hills up by 2. It's Veenstra now. 5, now back to Veenstra. Veenstra trying to drive in. 11's going to get fouled here. Two foul shots coming in. Foul on McKenna Farrell. And so after that, we'll get 2 shots. First shot is made. 15-14 now the score. Chance to tie it up is number 11.
One voice coming from the bench, and that's right here. Only
No good on the second shot. Hills maintains a 1-point lead, but Ramsey does get the rebound. 11 back in. And now it's Hills' ball. Here comes Farrell taking it up. Steffens with it now. Cross court to Espinoza. Motions for Steffens to go inside. Now takes it with her. Gives it over in the corner to Farrell. Farrell outside top to Steffens, tries to drive in, gives it to Maloney. Maloney to Farrell. Camarena then. And in for McKenna, or Avery Maloney, sorry. 17-14 lead. 11, now 5, now Veenstra, now O'Rourke. Back to Lynch, now O'Rourke, back to Veenstra now. She's going to take it in, gives it to 11. She has her shot blocked. It's going to be Farrell taking it up. And one coming up here. Glass comes in for Talene Steffens, and in comes Hannah Foley for Madison Espinoza. Other than that, no changes. Here comes an inbound. Foul was on Ramsey, number 11. As Farrell, out of bounds. This goes to Ramsey. Inbound from Shellman. Gives it to 5. She takes it up. Pensari. Now 1 has her shot blocked, but a travel. So there you go. Hills ball. Astrid Velazzo comes in for Avery Maloney here. Farrell will inbound to Kate Glass, who started the varsity game just about an hour ago. Glass gives it to Shellman. Shellman over to Foley. Foley trying to drive in. Jump ball coming here. And it will go to Pascack Hills. Palazzo, now Camarena, now Glass. Back to Camarena. Puts it up. Long 2 is good. 19-14 score line. And Veenstra with it. Gives it to Shellman. Shellman over to 1. Now back to Veenstra. Shellman takes it in. Gives it to 5. Now 1. Back to 5. Covered by Camarena. This is going to be a foul on Sierra Camarena. Five into 1. Shellman, 1 into 5, layup, no good off the front of the rim. And McKenna Farrell keeps it with her.
They can cheer in the stands.
Foul on Haley Veenstra for Ramsey here. Glass. Over to Camarena. Foley down, drives in, puts it up, no good off the front of the rim, and it's rebounded by Pensari. Shellman now. Covered by Camarena, gives it to 5. And a travel here on Ramsey. Subs coming in. Maloney in for McKenna Farrell, as well as Madison Espinoza in for Sierra Camarena. I believe both of those coming off have played the entire game so far, earning a well-deserved rest now. Under 3 to go in the third quarter of action here. Kate Glass takes it up. Now to Astrid Velazzo. Over to Hannah Foley for 3 in the corner, no good. And Shellman gets the rebound for Ramsey. Gives it over to Pensari. She puts it up, no good on that one. It is Veenstra now. Jump ball here goes to Ramsey. It'll be Veenstra on the inbound. Ooh, missed the pass there. Glass is going to get it, gives it to Espinoza, over to Velazzo, and in. A quick 2 for Pascack Hills there. 21-14 scoreline. Veenstra over to Shellman. Shellman still with it, gives it to Pensari. Over to 1 for 3, in and out, no good, and it will be rebounded by Ramsey. Pensari's got it. Now over to Veenstra. Corner three off the front of the rim. Shellman with it. Now number one. Now over to Pensari. Pensari trying to drive in and loses it. It'll be a Pascack Hills inbound here. In and back out again. So this one will go over to Pascack Hills. Glass will inbound to Espinoza here. Minute 30 to play. 21-14 score line. Foley loses it on the pass. Goes to Veenstra. Veenstra to one. Gets the and one. So chance to make it 21-17 with the Pascack Hills lead. And the foul will be on Kate Glass here as she comes to get some more consulting. One with the foul shot. And she's going to miss it. It will be rebounded back out to her. No good once again. And call on Ramsey. It goes to number 11. And this will be another Pascack Hills inbound. This time it's Espinoza to Glass. Glass taking it up the court. Crosses over. Drives in. Out to Farrell. Now Foley. Velazzo over to Maloney. And Glass back into Maloney, loses it, goes to Ramsey. Pensari over to Veenstra. Veenstra over to one. One gives it back to Veenstra, looks to pass, gives it to Shellman. Shellman over to one, gives it to Veenstra. Quick in, back out to Shellman for three, no good, in and out. But Pensari does get the rebound and the layup. 35 and counting to shoot here in the third. Espinoza to Glass, now 30 to shoot. 21-18 scoreline. Gives it to Foley on a handoff here. Foley driving in, loses it, goes to Shellman. Shellman loses it, goes back to Hills. Espinoza with it into Velazzo. 18 to shoot now, and it goes back to Ramsey. Veenstra. Now Pensari trying to drive up, goes back to Maloney. Glass with 8 to shoot in the third. Foley with a long three, no good. 1 second. And no good on the Hail Mary shot to end the third quarter. 21-18 is the score. The Broncos lead the Ramsey Rams. Eight minutes of regulation time remain. 21-18 the score line. Pascack Hills leads Ramsey. It will be a Pascack Hills inbound. Both teams finish up their pep talks before our final quarter of regulation action. Once again, an inbound here for Pascack Hills. Looks like Espinoza will take it. It'll probably go to Kate Glass here. So Espinoza, she inbounds to Kate Glass. Glass covered by one. Now to Astrid Velazzo. Keeps it with her after losing it. Now back to Espinoza. Espinoza, close your eyes and throw it. It goes out. And it goes to Pascack Hills. Nice call there by the referee. Siegenthaler will inbound it here. Looking to pass to somebody, gives it to Glass, and Glass loses it. And it'll still be an inbound for Pascack Hills. Kate Glass has it. She's going to give it to Espinoza. Espinoza almost loses it, keeps it with her, however. Ooh. That was close. That was close.
Oh my god, he just
That was very close. All good. Velazzo into Siegenthaler now. Has her shot blocked. And it goes to Shellman. Shellman brings it up for Ramsey. Shellman now after the short pass from Veenstra. Veenstra's got it. Back to O'Rourke. Now Shellman. Shellman over to Veenstra. Veenstra. Pass broken up. Still with him. O'Rourke's got it. Now one. Tipped pass still goes to O'Rourke. In to Grace Lynch. She misses the layup. Shellman with it now. Misses the layup, and it's rebounded by Kate Glass for Pascack Hills. Over to Siegenthaler. Maloney. Velazzo. Siegenthaler. No good, but gets her own rebound. And it goes straight to Kayla O'Rourke of the Ramsey Rams. Shellman now drives in. Blocked on the pass. It goes out, goes to Pascack Hills. 6:22 remains. Siegenthaler with the inbound, covered by one. Looks like she'll try to go to either Glass or Espinoza. Here come the rest of the five. Siegenthaler into Glass now. Glass up to Velazzo. Into Maloney. Almost loses it. Keeps it with her. And then has her pass intercepted by Kayla O'Rourke. Jashani Shellman, no good, but will get a foul here. So it'll be two from the line for Shellman. And the foul on Kate Glass. Shellman makes her first, 21-19 the score now. Shellman misses the second. It's a 2-point game. Hills leads. Glass with it in double coverage. Gives it to Espinoza. Espinoza, pass intercepted. Now Shellman, no good for three. And Glass with it now, trying to drive up. Cross court to Siegenthaler, now inside, loses it, gets to Glass. Glass over, Velazzo, no good on the three. And it's Shellman bringing it up. Shellman gives it to Pensari, back to Shellman. Veenstra, and it is intercepted by Maloney. Gives it to Siegenthaler, back to Glass. Velazzo, Maloney, back to Velazzo. Siegenthaler, now Glass. Maloney. Siegenthaler once again inside, driving in, out to Velazzo, tipped, lets it go out of bounds. It'll be a Hills inbound here. In come both Ciara Camarena and Talene Steffens for Madison Espinoza and Astrid Velazzo. Just under 5 minutes remain in regulation time. 2-point lead for Pascack Hills, and an inbound coming here. Kate Glass will take it. Gives it to Steffens, back on the court for the first time in this half. Camarena lost it. Shellman's got it now for Ramsey. Tries to drive in, gets crossed over, but it's going to be a carry on Shellman here. It will be an inbound for Pascack Hills. Camarena will take it, and inbound to Kate Glass. Glass taking it up the court now. Gives it to Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler into Glass, back out to Maloney. Back to Siegenthaler now. Looking to shoot. Gives it into Maloney for two, no good. 5 taking it up for Ramsey now, covered by Steffens. And Pensari gives it to 1. 1 into Pensari, loses it. It goes out. It will go to Pascack Hills. 4:15 on the clock. 21-19 the score. Glass over to Camarena. Back to Glass now. She's going to get fouled by Haley Veenstra. And Veenstra is going to come out for Ramsey. In place of her will be number 1. Glass on the inbound, gives it to Camarena. Now back to Glass. 4 minutes to play in regulation time. Still 21-19 the scoreline. Steffens to Camarena, loses it, goes out of bounds. It'll be a Ramsey inbound here. Looks like Shellman will take it. Shellman to 5 now. Over to 1. 1 to 5. Puts it up, no good. Out to Shellman. 3, no good. Still rebounded, but a jump ball here. Steffens got in there with Ramsey's number 11 and got it. Ramsey inbound, down by 2. Possession arrow in the way of Ramsey. And foul on Avery Maloney for Pascack Hills here. 5 into Pensari, back to 5, out to Shellman, back to 1, 1 for 3, in and out, no good, rebounded by Pensari. Pensari out to 11, 11 shoots, no good off the front of the rim. Maloney with the rebound, Siegenthaler over to Glass. Glass up to Camarena. Camarena into Steffens. Steffens drives in under the basket, gives it to Maloney. In and out and back in for Avery Maloney there. A mid-range two-pointer puts Pascack Hills up by 4. Here's number 5 taking it in, 11 now. Now back to 5. One's going to lose it. It'll go out. Three minutes, 1 second remain. Siegenthaler now. Over to Glass. Glass to Steffens, overshot it, and it goes out. It will be a Ramsey inbound here. 2 minutes, 54 on the clock. Pensari with the inbound to 5. Camarena covering. Back out to Shellman. Shellman with Siegenthaler and Steffens on it. Looking for a pass, gets it. And Grace Lynch got it there. Lost it though. Siegenthaler out to Kate Glass. Glass up to Camarena. Camarena just outside on the perimeter. Over to Glass. Glass trying to drive in, loses. And Siegenthaler misses, but it will go out. It will be an inbound for Pascack Hills. 2 minutes, 13 on the clock. Once again, a 4-point lead here. 2 minutes, 13 to play in regulation time. Kate Glass to Camarena, out to Maloney, back to Sierra Camarena, back to Kate Glass. Now back to Maloney. Maloney over to Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler looking for a pass. Timeout is called. And first time out of the day with just under 2 minutes to go in playtime, at least in regulation playtime. Ready to get back to action. Minute 58 to go in regulation playtime. Pascack Hills with a 4-point lead over the Ramsey Rams after this 30-second timeout. Kate Glass with the inbound for the Broncos. Camarena into Glass now. Glass stays with it, trying to drive in. Crosses over. Gives it into Maloney. Maloney looking to shoot. Now gives it out to Camarena. Camarena on the perimeter. Moves. Gives it back to Glass. Glass now brings it back up. A minute 30 on the clock here. Glass loses it. And the foul call here goes on Ramsey number 5. So inbound here, Brielle Siegenthaler will take it. Siegenthaler inbounds to Glass. Glass covered by Jasani Shellman, and she's going to bring it in. Gives it to Steffens. Steffens shot blocked by Jules Pinsari. And it goes Ramsey's way. Shellman, minute 10 to play. And it goes out. It'll be a Hills inbound here, minute 7 on the clock. Siegenthaler with the inbound covered by 1. Gives it to Glass again. Glass taking it up. Just over a minute to play. Gets to a minute now. Maloney out to Camarena, and a timeout, the second one today, called by Pascack Hills. That's their second one today. Leaves them with just one remaining. A full 1 minute timeout. 57 seconds remaining on the clock. And we're ready to get back to action here. 50 seconds remaining in regulation playtime. A 4-point lead for the Pascack Hills Broncos over the Ramsey Rams. They'll have the inbound here. It'll be Brielle Siegenthaler taking it. Siegenthaler looking for somebody to pass to. Tipped. And it goes Ramsey's way now. Haley Veenstra with it. Gives it to Shellman, but Glass forces it out of bounds, and it's going to go Pascack Hills' way. Siegenthaler looking to inbound once again, gives it to Glass once again. Now over to Camarena, loses it, keeps it with her. A little bit of a shove there from Veenstra, and another shove. This time it gets called. Siegenthaler with another inbound here. .42.5 to play. 4-point lead for Pascack Hills. Siegenthaler covered by Veenstra. Siegenthaler over to Camarena. She's going to give it to Glass on the bounce pass. Now up to Siegenthaler. Looking to pass now. 30 seconds to play. Drives in, loses it. Goes Ramsey's way. Glass on 5. Misses the layup. Keeps it in. Incredible play from Pensari to keep it in. But it will be a jump ball here. It's going to go. No, sorry. It's going to be a foul. And the bonus with the Broncos here, so foul is on Ramsey number 11. It'll be Camarena at the line, 1-1 coming here. And Camarena misses the first. Siegenthaler got boxed out there. Here's Pensari coming up. 18 to shoot. 5. Pensari in the middle. Got it. And 1 coming up here to cut the lead. 2-1 if Pensari makes it. No good on the free throw. Timeout called for Pascack Hills. 10.5 to go. 2-point lead right now. It'll be a Bronco possession when we get back. 30-second timeout. Ready to get back to some action here. 10.5 in regulation time on the clock. It is a 2-point game. Both teams in possession of the bonus. Pascack Hills leads. They have the inbound. It's Brielle Siegenthaler taking it. She's got Avery Maloney and Kate Glass. And she gives it to Glass. Now 9 on the clock. She's going to lose it. But a foul will be called. Here's the 1-and-1 to pretty much put this game away. She makes both. It'll be a 4-point lead and pretty much game over. 7.8 on the clock. Glass at the line, 1-and-1. Misses the first free throw, and what will turn out to be the only free throw. It goes back to Pensari. Layup no good, and that's it. So with a 23-21 win, it is the Pascack Hills Broncos taking the win. They stay undefeated, moving up to 4-0. So that's the final. It was a 63-19 final in favor of Ramsey in the varsity game. In the JV game, a 23-21 final in favor of Pascack Hills. So that's it from the Michael J. O'Brien Court at Pascack Hills High School. Once again, I'm Matthew Merlino. Thank you all for joining us this Thursday afternoon. Have a great